Alright, this may come as an initial shock, but I'm wearing short sleeves. I didn't feel like wearing sleeves today. But it's also so that we can discuss the fact that this was supposed to be an oversized t-shirt. And it's not. Hold on. Alright, we're good. This was supposed to be an oversized t-shirt. Even if you got a size that fit you, like for me, well, what I thought would fit me, a medium. This is a medium. They don't fit. They don't fit at all. So, by that logic, that means we're in the larges now, which means I'm getting bigger, which means everything we're doing is working, which means we just got to keep at it. Today is chest and triceps and forearms, if you want to count that as well. Oh, man. I'm pretty excited. Oh, wait. I gotta show you what I got in the mail yesterday. Hold on. This isn't sponsored, by the way. Fit Grip. I got my Fit Grips in the mail. Or Fit Griff. Sorry. Fit Griff. I really liked the gray and the black. I thought that they went really nice together. But we've got, what do you call these? Wrist straps. I guess is what they're called. I have never used these before. And I don't really have anything that we can use them for today. So I don't exactly know how to wrap them around anything. Maybe we can find something. I mean, we're not really pulling anything today. So they seem kind of useless. But we've got these, and these are freaking awesome. Check this out. You've probably seen these before, but what the hell? Why'd it tear it up? Hey, don't be tearing up on me now. Anyway, yeah. So this has an R on it for right. That's good to know. But these are probably the most comfortable wrist straps. Or wrist support straps, I guess we would say, that I've ever used. Well, I haven't used them yet, ever put on. If I could just fucking get it on my wrist. There we go. They fit really good compared to the Harbinger wrist straps over here. Which, this is right. Oh, shit. Which, they're okay, but I really do prefer the Fit Grip. They just look better. The looks aren't really a thing, but like, you know what I mean? But we may not use them as much in order to, we may not use either of these. These are the wrist straps. Just because our forearms lack severely. So we may not use them as much. They're here for really heavy movements like deadlift and, well, we don't even have lat pull down. Oh, yeah, for rows. That'll be all we really use them for. And that's because our grip is what usually ends up giving out. So that's kind of why I got them. Was just so that we could use them for a couple different movements. But anyway, main goal for today is to hit bench really, really well. worked really well last push, Sunday. We hit a good, pretty decent bench towards the end of the exercise. Not really. Man, I should have took those weights out. You can't see it, but there are dents in the floor. Whew. Hopefully those will come out. All right, without further ado, I say we get started with some incline press. Oh yeah, that felt great. Really good stretch. All right, 2 more sets of that. Fuck! Okay. Oh shit. Whew. All right, let's try a set with the wrist straps on. All right. Okay. I felt better having the support. Whew. All right. Let's move on to bench press now. Fuck yeah, dude. Let's fucking go. That was fucking awesome. All right, 3 more sets. Ah, there we go. Butt came off a little bit, but let's add 5 pounds. I'm feeling risky. I'm feeling risky. One thing that we're doing is we're actually widening our grip a little bit. So I'm feeling it a little bit more in my chest. And when I say a little bit, I mean, hold on, I'll show you. So our original position, I wonder if you can, yeah, you can distinguish. All right, so you see how this is like shiny part and then this is like the rigid part? So when I'm under the bar, what I used to do was do, like in my thumbs, I've got, you know, you've got the crevices where they bend. I used to put that crevice on that line between the two, but now I'm putting the tip of my thumb on it. So I went from here, like this, to this. And that's made all the difference. I'm feeling it more in my chest because I'm able to come down farther. And for some reason, that also makes me more explosive. I feel like that's also because it's taken less of a toll on my shoulders and it's given it more to my chest. So that's why I'm feeling it in my chest more. See, I did this last chest day and it was the best pump ever day. So I feel like these little changes and just like a little experiments are what really help. So we're gonna do another one just like that. Actually, probably now. There's no point in cutting the video off if I've already gotten my full minute and a half of rest, nearly. I usually rest a little bit more. I do a minute for normal stuff and then a minute and a half for bench press and for deadlift. Everything else is just a minute, which you can rest however long you want. I mean, don't rest for like 30 minutes, but like if you need 2 minutes, take 2 minutes. I think anything under or at 3 minutes is pretty good, because I still want to keep the muscle going. I think it's one thing to let the muscle rest. I think it's one thing to let it recover. Does that make sense? I think recover is worse than, I mean, think about it. Like if you're running, right? If you're running like a marathon or a half marathon, right? You're running a big distance, okay? If you just take a second, you stand there, you rest for like a minute, rest, okay? So you just rest 1 minute and you keep going. Now compare that to you're running the same marathon, same circumstances, and you recover for like 10, 15, 30 minutes. You just stop and you recover. You don't move or anything, right? You're gonna feel worse starting back. Because for me, it's essentially like completely restarting your whole body. See, because during rest, your body's kind of like, oh, well, I know what we're still doing. I'm just kind of preparing myself to keep doing it. Versus recovery, you're like, oh yeah, we're done for like this X amount of time. I'm not fucking worried about it. And then when it happens, they're like, oh shit, why are you doing this to me? So I feel like there's a difference between rest and recovery. And I feel like recovery should come after the workout. Rest should be during the workout. I may just be preaching something that's common knowledge, but that's the way that I like to look at it. So rest should never be too terribly long. Sometimes I get caught up doing other stuff, but it's always good to kind of keep your rest periods just barely as long as they need to be and no longer. All right, so There's no point in hiding it. I'm pretty sure I ripped a big one during that. I'm not even gonna try and cover it up because shit like that happens. But I almost failed rep 2 because I was trying not to laugh. But I was like, oh shit, I got 160 pounds under me. So 160, I'll count how many reps I did during the recording, and we'll move on to our last set. Ah, shit. All right. Butt came off for 1, if not 2 reps. But that's fine. I mean, I'm feeling really confident about 160. So let's move on. I don't know if that was 15 or 16, but 16 was the goal. I'll review and look, but we got 2 more sets. Shit. Oh. I know that was fucking whack, but I was only feeling my right arm, my right tricep, I mean, and I realized I had it turned like that. It was so fucking weird. So I turned it and cranked out some. So I'm only going to count it as 10, but we're going to do better. Okay. Alright, I lost count, but I think that's a good thing sometimes. I feel like I do more when I do. Oh my gosh. Okay, come on. Oh. Alright. Let's keep going. Okay. We may be able to up the weight next week. Ah. Oh. All right, one more set. All right. I felt okay. Tricep extensions really hurt my right elbow. I don't know why, but I don't think that'll affect the pump too much. I should have wore a hat. My hair is atrocious looking, but Oh yeah, look at that separation right there. Look at that. Oh, look at the shoulders. Oh, oh. Holy shit. God. Oh, look at the shoulder striations, man. Is that chest attached to my body? What the hell? I just can't get over that shoulder roundness. Look at that. Look how it like peels off my collarbone and my... Wow. All right, let's do a front lat spread and see what our chest looks like. Oh, that's lovely. We're not the heaviest we've been. We got a little lighter. Our body passed a lot of water out of my system and other stuff. So we're a little bit lighter, but we're definitely still heavier. Hi. What are you guys doing in here? But anyway, let's go to the post-workout meal. So, nothing as a major change, but the methods have changed. For example, post-workout meal, chicken and rice, except this is only half, and I'll eat the other half later tonight because, well, that's a lot of food, and honestly, my body's telling me, hey, we can't process this. This is too much. So instead of trying to I'm not somebody who's like, oh, you got to divide your protein out evenly during the day. You have to eat so many grams per hour on the hour every day, all day. No. It doesn't have to be even. Doesn't have to be consistent. Well, it doesn't have to be consistently this much, this much, this much. It can be this much or this much or this much, as long as you're consistently hitting your goal every day. So, instead of eating 112 something grams of protein, let's say 100 plus grams of protein from chicken and rice, we're not going to do that anymore. We're only going to eat half of it and then eat the other half later. That will help better, I think. Absorption, not really. It'll help with my body being able to process all that food, because if I eat the whole thing, I'm not going to eat for another I don't know how many hours. And in a bulk, you're you can eat whatever, you can eat however, you can eat in whatever amount, but you kind of get sick of eating after a while. And that's the thing, is if I'm here trying to cram down all kinds of food, trying to cram down all my protein, I've got to make it as enjoyable as possible. And I can guarantee you that eating an entire bowl of chicken and rice, 1,500 over I actually don't know the exact caloric amount, but it's a lot. It's a lot of calories, and that's not a problem. The problem is eating so much of it and then not eating the rest of the day. That's the issue. So we're only eating half of this. We've got chicken, white rice, chia seeds, and sugar-free barbecue sauce. Absolutely stellar. Super good. I did take my fish oil today. I always forget for some reason if I take it or not. It's like my brain hasn't registered that I take it, but I take it. I took it. Half of it. The pump, spectacular. The issue, triceps. Not too good. Not bad, not too good. My right elbow had a lot of trouble with that weight. You know what I mean? Like trying to get it down. It had a lot of trouble getting the weight to go down. But, I mean, we got it. And we got a good pump out of it. And that's the important thing. But I would like to not hurt every time I use my triceps. And it's only my right one. So I feel like if this continues, we will have to find single arm exercises and kind of take it really easy on the right, just to make sure that we don't long-term injure it. But it may just be a temporary fluke because we don't have another push day for 4 days. So I'm not really worried, and I won't be worried about it until that day comes. Let's talk iron lung. Ooh. There's no spoilers in this if you haven't seen it. I've got to say, really proud of Markiplier. I don't know him personally. Imagine I did. That'd be the funniest thing ever. But no, I'm really proud of him. I'm proud of everything that he's accomplished. And I think all of the success of the movie is very well deserved. I think critic reviews are ridiculous because critics, there's very few Rotten Tomato critics in the world, and 14 people review, and if 7 like it and 7 don't, can you see where I'm getting this example? If 7 people like the movie and rate it 5 stars and 7 people don't and they rate it 1, the rating is going to be 50% for critic score. But that's critics because they're not audience score, which the audience score is high. And the critic score is low because there's less critics out there. And if that, there's less critics out there that have good taste. So, it was a good movie. Great movie, actually. I won't say good. It was great. I enjoyed it thoroughly. My theater actually had the volume down the first half of the movie, so I didn't hear much of the dialogue. And then when they turned it up, you could feel the vibrations in the room. So, that kind of fucked up there, and I'm a little pissed. But also, they were the acting was great, but the words were kind of mumbled, especially at the beginning, which made it so much worse. Fuck my movie theater, but it was a very, very enjoyable movie. I loved every second of it, and I would buy it. I'd buy it. I'll buy it. I will buy it. I'll buy it 10 times. I don't care. I'll buy it as many times as it takes. So I hope he does end up getting a DVD Blu-ray release. And honestly, some merch would be really cool. And we'll actually buy large this time. We'll buy large shirts. Or shorts. Imagine there's Iron Lung shorts. That would be crazy. But if you haven't seen it, it is a 10 out of 10. Recommend. Go watch it. Super cool. Super, super cool. I love it. But back to fitness, which is kind of what the channel is about. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to discuss early content. A lot of newcomers here, regular viewers, a bit confused maybe. My story of starting this channel is, well, I wanted to be a Formula One driver, and I was hopeful, but I was dumb. It was really dumb. It was stupid. But I was putting a lot of work into it, and I mean, I think that's what counts is like, you put in the work for something, and when the dreams kind of like fail, not even fail, more like they like come to a path where it's like, okay, you can keep going and you can be unhealthy and unhappy, or you can kind of change your directive and be much happier. And so that's what I did, and I kind of got into a lot of let's say I don't even know if I want to call it comedy, especially if I'm not funny. But I realized pretty quickly that I'm not funny. Not, well, you know what I mean. I'm just not the funniest person that there is. I don't have good comedic timing. I don't have good improvisation skills. So after a while of that, I kind of went on a break for a couple months, and then came back and decided to start doing this. Because I was already working out. Like, I had been working out for years, and that was kind of like something that I used to do. I gotta take that back. See, the consistent posting came from me wanting to be a Formula One driver. The beginning of this channel itself was based around fitness, so I was doing exactly what I'm doing now. But what was really screwing with me, and the reason that I ended up quitting doing that, was because I was not just filming the workout, the post-workout, kind of just having a chat. I was filming my whole day, and one, no one wants to see that. And two, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Now I've kind of got like a grasp on what I want, and it's kind of working for me. Like, I really like it. Like it's so simple that when I'm in the gym, during my like rest between sets, I just open CapCut, add the video, and do like 2 things to each clip, and then continue on with the workout. So by the time I get to the post-workout meal, and by the time I end the recording here, it's ready to upload pretty much. So it's really not hard to do. So that's one thing that I love about it, is that I can still enjoy my day. I can still go about my day, because I was going to go in the gym anyway. I was going to eat my post-workout meal anyway. I was going to drink this gallon of water anyway. I was going to take my supplements anyway. So I was just like, oh, well, I mean, why not film it? People may enjoy that. And a lot of you do. And I'm really grateful for the people out there who binge my content and take me to the gym with them. I think that, well, I could direct it toward you guys instead of being like it's a demographic. The goal is to be kind of like a gym partner, and someone that you can kind of just put on in the background, or, actually just sit and listen, and, kind of helps me clear my thoughts. The whole point of it is to kind of be like a stream of consciousness. The more that I talk to the camera, the less I have to talk to myself. So I'm not insane, I promise. But I'm really grateful to have you guys around, and I hope the same is likewise. So I'm going to eat this post-workout meal. I'm going to start the upload process on this and do a little bit of work, and I will see you tomorrow for back day.